These guys are the most precious gifts God ever gave us. They're not disposable. I called the Alaska Humane Society because we had so many cats. I spoke with a woman there and she said, I'll come get them. Her name is Julie Edwards. She's a volunteer with the Alaska Humane Society.
Our goal is to either rescue, adopt, or have the animals claimed so that we don't have to euthanize adoptable animals. That's what our goal is.
Pat comes in here every single night, Monday through Friday. She comes in here straight from work. She doesn't even go home first. And she stays till probably 11, 12, 1 o'clock every night, and she's here every Saturday and Sunday.
In 1988, when we had to find a place for some cats where they were rescued cats that were being kept at a liquor store, and then the building was condemned and we didn't have any place to go with these guys. There must have been 12 or 15 of them, and so we rented a building and got started, and of course it didn't take us any time to have almost 100 cats.
Like this one.
Yeah.
The reality of it is we're going to have a lot of unwanted animals, and they're going to end up at the shelter. And the shelter has a very limited capacity that's pretty much at 100% a lot of the times now even. So if we don't have something, either an expansion here or another building or something that we can care for the animals, a larger number of animals, we're going to have to start euthanizing a lot more animals than we are now, and I don't cherish that thought at all.
The biggest problem I see in the short time that I've been here, it's not the animals, it's the irresponsible pet owners. If any of these irresponsible pet owners could assist in one of these euthanasias, maybe they would better understand.
I would like to see it implemented that no animal leaves this facility before it is neutered.
Well, the cats have to be spayed or neutered before they go home. We spay and neuter them as they come in, but sometimes there's a delay getting them to the vet. So if they find a cat they like, they will have to wait until they get spayed or neutered. We have a no declawing policy. Declawing is very painful to the cat, and it often causes lifelong behavioral problems. So that's sometimes difficult for people to understand.
I rescue a lot of cats and kittens every 3 to 4 days. I'm on the animal control board. That's what I do.
What? Four or 5 weeks old, and he was born under the house.
Oh, they just fished him out?
Do you think he needs to go to the emergency?
Yeah, we don't have facilities for dogs here. Let me give you the SPCA's number, okay?
Take these pins and they flip them over a lot.
Strange how I falter.
biggest challenge now is just what you said, the future, because December of this year, of 2001, was not a pretty sight around here. We actually hit our saturation rate on both dogs and cats more than once, meaning that we had all we could handle. We couldn't take any more in. We can either do one of two things or a combination thereof. That would be either have an emergency euthanization because we have to make room, or the other thing that we did do, and it worked out really well, was with the rescue groups. Many of them come in and really helped us by rescuing a lot of the dogs and cats.
We want to be able to, of course, provide a home for the cats we have for the rest of their lives, and help others find homes. We'd like to, if we could ever get enough capital, we'd like to have a place where we could keep dogs too.
Shaded in areas are the incorporated cities. We have Palmer, Wasilla, and Houston. And as I said, Palmer does their own animal control through the police department, but we do house their animals. Wasilla contracts with the borough to provide animal care and regulation services.
I'll be like, no.
I've only been here 4 months, and the number of animals I've seen come in this place and go out is just unbelievable.
My main thing is just to really push the spay or neuter and responsible pet ownership. You know, just before you adopt, think this is a lifelong commitment. Would you take your kids to the pound? Would you let your kids run loose in the streets? No. So don't do it with your pet. They depend on you. They're a lifelong responsibility. Think before you adopt. Make sure you're really ready for the next 20 years with this animal.
Making a lifelong commitment, taking home a member of the household. You are a character.
What I would like to say is that we try to be a sort of sanctuary for the animals we can take in, and I would sort of hope that other people would get that idea and see what they could do themselves.
Every time there's an adoption, it makes me feel really good. I'm really happy. And most of the time I can tell from the time I've spent with people that they're probably going to be responsible pet owners. So I see a lot of people that'll come in 2 or 3 times looking at the same animal, spending time with it, asking questions and everything else, and they finally wind up adopting it. And I get a good feeling knowing that that animal is going to a good home.